Well, it seems like it has been rectified. Kashima say something to me. I just want to make sure I can hear you properly.
Okay, you heard me clear. Your hibiscus shirt is popping.
All right, we seem to have an echo on your side. So we're going to play some music, rectify this, and get back to the start of the buzz.
It's Bounty Killer in the building, checking out
the #1 station.
Reggie!
Check.
Lock! Them have the #1 slot.
Yeah, just to catch what the vibe like. You know what I mean? Bad man coming off. Yeah, bring me on. Kai. I make some people stay so when you try check out. Hey, what I know? Bad mind they I know. Them a bring me on. Scope the bomb of 15, so I see them far. Not that check me rather cash come and I drop my car. Kai, I want the remedy for that yard. Them only come around when things are gone. And only thing them contribute to option. When I have no time for weirds, man. Tell them go with them corruption. Kai, I mean I have my prefer do it hard. Head of the belly or with it around. Now go and stay tuned for see the next episode. We see them a pro, but me no friend for cloud. Far we a come from, look where we done now. We stick with the guns, them we never sell out. Them see we a stunt and them a like that dog. Bad mind for them make top, them to take it off. Yo, Kai, bad mind they are know. Them a free me out. Let's walk the palm of 15, so we see them fall. Not that check me rather cash come, and I drop my card. Kai, I want the remedy for that yard. Them only come around.
All right, here we go. We want to say a special welcome to the EBUZZ once again. I think we've gotten a little glitches out of the way. And of course, we are here. Kashima, make we hear you from wherever you're there. We're going to keep it as an undisclosed.
I am here. I mean, before you went to that short musical break, Bones, I was saying, remember, You can follow us on Instagram. It's IRIFM_JA, Twitter, IRI_FM, and Facebook, it's simply IRIFM. So I want to say big up to our listeners right around the world, across the globe, who are locked into the 107s.
Definitely. And of course, we got a couple of things that we want to talk about, especially things that are trending and what we call hot topics. Now, one of the ones that has really been trending is Movado's son, Dante Brooks. Now, earlier today, Judge Justice Leighton Pusey presided over the trial of the Jamaican entertainer Movado's son, Dante Brooks, and his co-accused. And this led to a murder conviction being handed down to both men, 18 years old, that's Brooks, who was also charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, and the men were arrested in 2018, so pretty much they've been in custody all that time, and they're going to be sentenced on March 10. So, boy, that's a young man. His life is
I know.
For a long
Can
young
you
age.
imagine his dad? And of course, in the same breath, we say condolences to the family who has lost someone, but no parent at all wants to know that their teenage son has, is in such a predicament, and you don't know what the sentencing will be, but what you know is it's murder, so it's definitely not going to be a slap on the wrist.
He's going to be in jail for a minute. I'm sure that the legal things that are going to be happening, which will be appeals and so on, but he's going to be there. And 18 years old to be slapped with a murder charge, he is going to be well into maybe his 30s, 40s before parole.
Yeah, it's undoubtedly going to change his life. He'll never be the same. Be the same person that he was before he had gone in.
Right. So we only hope that he learns from this, and of course, once again, as you say, condolences to the family who have lost someone, because it's never easy. So
no, not at all. And also inside our hot topics, of course, reggae icon Jimmy Cliff has been accorded with an official passport by the Jamaican government, and official passports are issued to government officials who represent Jamaica's interests overseas. So big ups to Jimmy Cliff. Of course, he was also the recipient of IRFM's inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award in 2017, and the popular hip strip in Mobile Bones, your place, that was actually officially renamed the Jimmy Cliff Boulevard. So really awesome things for Sir Cliff. So it's a fantastic look.
Yeah, so, and of course, if the people don't understand when they said he got an official passport by the Jamaican government, so he had himself a diplomatic passport, so he can go wherever, whenever. Well, big up yourself, Jimmy Cliff, for that. And of course, he's been getting great accolades for all his work in the music industry. We want to big up Ramesh, CEO of Ramesh Entertainment and Major by Ramesh. He's expanded his clothing brand to include health and wellness. Now, that's a new thing.
It is a new field, especially for someone in the entertainment industry. So what they're called major vitamins for both men and women. Is this something that you'd want to try?
Well, as long as the medical things have been proven, yes, definitely. So it's what, major vitamins for both men and women, and of course it will be released next month and available for purchase worldwide. And on Instagram, Ramesh made the announcement to his over 715,000 followers in the post showing the major vitamins. And of course, so this is a big thing. And he has done so many, apart from being a super marketer, artist manager, and of course, fashion designer, now he's gone into vitamins. It's,
if all that you can be was a person, it would be Ramesh. He's definitely doing it all, and he's stepping outside the box. And why not?
Yeah, why not? So
why
kudos
not?
to and I think as I said, he has not wasted this pandemic at all.
No.
He has been working on all facets of his career. Whatever he's working on, he's expanding everything and improving everything. If it's the artist side with the artist management, or he's doing his clothing, or he's now doing the vitamins. So big up yourself, Ramesh. Saw him in town recently too. Big up yourself, youth. Keep doing the thing.
And big up to Tifa as well. She will be opening a restaurant in South Florida, so in commemoration of her grandmother. So big up.
Yeah, Tifa, do your thing. And of course, we're talking about best of the best. Despite ongoing threats caused by the coronavirus, of course, preparations are in place for a special social distance edition of Best of the Best. Well, you have to adapt to what's happening, not true? So the organizers of the annual music fest held over Memorial Weekend in Miami, Florida, have announced the return of the event, stating that they're receiving the blessings of the powers that be to hold the Best of the Best for 2021. And
would that be an event that you attend, though, given the current situation? And I know it is a special socially distant event where they're putting the necessary steps in place. I'm sure you'll have sanitization stations, temperature checks, and so forth. Would this be an event that you rush to attend, Bones?
Well, depending on the traffic or the amount of people going in, but if the protocols are adhered to properly, I'd go. I'd enjoy myself. I long to see some people gather, not close, but gather. And if it's safely done, as we stress the word safely, I'd go.
And I think what they also have to look for is people have been cooped up for so long. It may be a bumper crowd where everybody just rushing out to be a part of this event just to get some action. So I think they're going to have to go over and beyond. Then again, it may be a probability where only X amount of persons can actually gain access to the event.
Yeah, definitely. And, it is something that has to happen as we're talking about COVID fatigue. People are just tired. And, they really want to be able to get back to some sort of normalcy. I know I do. But I really would like for the execution of these vaccines that they have been putting out. There seems to be some hiccups with it. And that is slowing the pace of getting to herd immunity. So we really need to get that going. And hopefully, some people won't be taking it. It's definitely by choice. But we don't want to spread this thing anymore, and because people are just dying and everything is locked down. So it's entertainment, it is economic, People can't earn. Businesses are closed. People can't go out. People cannot tour. We need to get a grip on it. People are it's slowly coming back, but we need to start living again. You have to live. You can't live so.
And a lot of people are living irrespective of what is going on because you still have to live. You still have to exist.
And there's a thing too. Management. There are countries in the world right now that have no COVID. None. I mean, I think there was one that was, I don't know if it's Switzerland or Ireland or one of those, not Ireland, but it's one of those countries that has no COVID, but they closed their borders early and they managed it very vigorously from the early start. No, they have no cases.
And back to Best of the Best, the organizers have not yet revealed who are on the lineup.
Yeah.
So we don't know that yet. So let's see who are some of the entertainers who will make the bill for 2021.
And it's normally a show that has some great show performers. So we're looking forward to see what the crew from Best of the Best will put on. I think we're up for
Definitely.
I think we're up for a break. Yeah.
Oh, and when we come back, of course, we'll have your social media highs and low with Tristan Wilson and Shanice Williams.
Don't move.
Stick and stay.
Tile Arcade, Seaview Drive, Lucy. We stock toilets, basins, granite countertops, porcelain, tin set, grout, doors, faucets, shower enclosures, glass blocks, and so much more. Call us 810-9069, WhatsApp 807-8840. The time by Tile Arcade is
8:46. And of course, that's us. We're back. We're up and running. And of course, but you said we're going to now go to one of our recorded features,
Right.
social media highs.
A lot of things on social media. So we're bringing it to you full circle. So here is Tristan Wilson and Shanice Williams with your social media highs.
It's now time for social media high and low.
Girl, you know so what going on social media.
Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's your social media highs and lows.
Like I every other day, them find something new for try. Them no mention my name, them no feel them not like.
This and every Wednesday, we've got the online buzz.
I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice.
Alright, so let's jump right into the lows. This one took me off guard. I was so shook, me not lie. So there's been a video circulating on social media with the caption, intense video shoot. Now in this video, a female is seen apparently using her mouth as a human ashtray.
Jaja, we really just say.
Yeah, friend, it's like someone came out of the house in the video with a cigarette and the girl who was seated on the step opened her mouth and the other person apparently knocked off the cigarette ashes in her mouth. But apparently, it's in imitation of Intense's own video where he came out and did the same thing. As the song says, Browning mouth me use as my ashtray. I mean, I have so many questions. Like, how far are females really willing to go? Would a self-respecting female allow this? And should it just be seen as acting out a role? Social media users, though, they had mixed reactions to this. Some were in support of Intense's creativity. Some found it hilarious, while some were saying it's disrespectful and questioning how far a girl will go just for money. One social media user even asked, I wonder how our mother feel. But all in all, it's a crazy world we live in. What's going on for the highs?
So Ramesh Major has again proven to us that the possibilities are endless in the biz. He announced over the weekend his newest venture. This week it's all about major multivitamins. The vitamins will be on the market by February and available worldwide. So, you don't know, health is wealth. So, I definitely think it's a good moving mix. So, I'm looking forward to what's next because I realize Ramesh really not play with the new year.
Yeah, so it's always something new with Ramesh. So, if we want to see what's next, we just got to stay tuned.
I know, right? Also, dancehall entertainer Tifa I start the new year with a bang too. She announced that she'll be opening up a Jamaican restaurant named Dulce's in Florida. And definitely look forward to great tasting Jamaican food and overall just a good vibes. You know what I mean? Them way there.
So, from females acting as human ashtrays to Ramesh launching his major vitamins and Tifa's new restaurant, who do you think took social media this week?
Well, while that's for another conversation, check it before you click it. Because once you hit send, you may be a social media high or low.
And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing.
I'm Shanice.
And I'm Tris. See you next week.
Social media highs and lows right there. We want to say thanks.
Yeah, thank
once
you,
again
Tristan
to
Wilson and Shanice Williams.
There you
definitely.
go. So guess what? We're on the tail end of the month of January, and we're now getting into February, which is a month that has lots of meaning and celebrations. One of them being Reggae Month, and so I wonder what's going to be talked. We're going to see if we can get to Lenford Salmon. He's the chairman of the Reggae Month Secretariat. Lenford, if you're listening to us, we're trying to get to you, sir. Please answer so that we
definitely.
can get some
and
plans.
of course, this year, Bones, Reggae Month, of course, I guess in keeping with social distancing protocols, like a lot of the activities or most of the activities will be done virtually. And we're talking about 28 events during the month of February. So when Lenford comes on, he will be in a better position to talk to us about those events, what can persons expect. And it should be much harder, even though on the surface looking in, it may seem way easier to coordinate and execute by just having it done virtually.
Well, it's not as easy as you think, because you see, one of the things are, yes, you may not have the physical space or the physical event itself where people are gathered and so on, but the technology has to be right so that the virtual part can be executed properly. So, and that is not just an easy walk in the park, 1, 2, 3. There's always making sure there's bandwidth and internet speed, and there's no buffering and all of that. So it looks well, it looks good. So we want to find out if the execution of all of that would be done properly. And of course, I'm sure it will be, but we want to know the list of the events, because you said how many events it is, if you have some of them, 20 plus events.
28 events, well, right throughout the month of February. What we know for sure is that they will have a wider audience.
Because of the virtual.
Certainly.
Definitely.
Because of the virtual platform. Because had it been a situation where, they utilize the Emancipation Park a lot, I think you and I, we have even gone in with the EBUZZ from location to cover some of their activities.
Definitely.
So now, with everything being virtual, it's a wider audience. It's an international stage. A lot of persons are now seeing and looking in on what Jamaica is doing. And then this is also a collaboration with the Ministry of Culture.
Yes.
So, they really have to put their best foot forward as per usual, and even so more than ever.
Well, as we say, we're still trying to get to Lenford Salmon. He is the chairman of the Reggae Month Secretariat, to break these things down into more detail. So we're still asking him to let us be able to get to him so that he can tell us more of what is where, what, and where. And I'm sure it's going to, as you say, it's going to be a wider audience. We're looking for different variations in the entertainment. So I'm sure there's going to be some virtual concerts, maybe some unplugged dances, maybe. I don't know. So let us see what happens. We're looking forward to hearing from him.
And the pressure is definitely on because, in doing 28 days of activities, they're going to have to be going over and beyond to ensure that each event is unique. You always bring in your A game, and there is enough to entertain and carry an audience.
Definitely.
Because to put on an event like that with 34 viewers online.
Not easy,
But it would have been like a flop if that is your outcome. Like you really want the numbers, and virtually puts so much pressure on your execution as equally as if you were at a physical event and you want the patrons to come in and enjoy.
We're looking forward to hearing these 28 events. So we're still trying to see if we can get him. If not, we're going to have to probably move on.
Yes, absolutely. We'll just move on. I mean, it's next week, so we'll definitely keep our listeners posted.
Well, I think we have Lenford on the line right now. Lenford Salmon, chairman of the Reggae Month Secretariat. Lenford, welcome to the EBUZZ. Great to have you.
Yes, man. Thanks for having me, man.
I was wondering if you were planning a reggae event why we couldn't get to you.
Right?
Well, your perception is so on target. It's not funny.
The same thing. No, we wanted to talk. We were just kind of talking about the Reggae Month coming up. And we understand that you have some events that are planned. One, with the pandemic, I would like you to kind of give us some details in terms of the mechanics of the events that you're planning and how you plan to execute them in terms of the virtual part of it and then the actual shows themselves. What kind of shows will be you having for Reggae Month?
The first thing I'd like to say is, apart from thanking you for having me on, the first thing I'd like to say, where people see hurdles and obstacles, we have seen opportunities. And what do I mean by saying that? This is the 14th staging of Reggae Month. This started in 2008. And in our most successful time, like the last 2 years, we really have had some success. Our biggest crowd, say in Emancipation Park, for our biggest show would have been like a Reggae Wednesday. Would have had like 5,000-6,000 people in Emancipation Park. We see an opportunity now to have an audience of not 5,000, but 5 million, 20 million, 30 million people across the globe in this virtual space.
Yes.
So we are seeing this as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. So we are going for it with all of these virtual events. So that's the approach that we're taking to Reggae Month, actually.
We give us the breakdown, because we understand effective February 1, you kick things off and you have 28 days of virtual festivities. Can you provide our listeners with an outline in terms of what will be happening and what we can expect?
God, how much time we have? 3 hours?
5 minutes.
Condense it, Mr. Salmon.
Sure, because believe me, it's a packed calendar. What I want to encourage people to do, even before I tell you some of the things on the calendar, is that all of the information, including what I will tell you and what I won't have time to tell you, is available on the Reggae Jamaica app. It's a mobile app. It's free in the Google or the App Store. And just go there, make sure you download. It's free. Just download the Reggae Jamaica app. All the Reggae Month activities, events are listed on it. You won't miss any. We have developed this concept we call Reggae Month TV, where Reggae Month will be on air every evening on PBCJ and Jam Vision from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. every evening between Monday to Saturday. And on Sundays, early time, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Reggae Month TV. We shall have our plethora of events throughout the month, beginning with our church service. Is outside that band. It happens this Sunday, January 31, coming out of Fellowship Tabernacle at 10:30. We'll also be live on all of those platforms. Right. And then we jump into the month. February 1 is Dennis Brown's Earth Day. So we're going to have some special activities remembering Dennis Brown. The highlight of all of this, though, is 2 mega concerts. It's the what we call Global Reggae Night, a 2-part concert series on the 26th and 27th. Will be premiered on those dates with some of our biggest stars led by the Grammy Kid Coffee and with a plethora of other Jamaican artists. We have another one, though, the week before, Friday, Saturday as well, which is called Young Reggae Ambassadors, looking at the stars of tomorrow of reggae. So we're not just looking at the current stars, we're looking at the stars of tomorrow. Talking about stars of tomorrow, for the last 2 years, we've been running all up and down over Jamaica doing a series which we call Children of the Icon and Emerging Artists, where we look at those artists who are on the periphery of a breakthrough and we feature them across the island. Luckily, we recorded all of those shows and we're now packaging them to take to the world with these young artists. The staples are there, regular staples, the Reggae Wednesday, every Wednesday. And incidentally, we also recorded last year's Reggae Wednesday. So we have now what we call Reggae Wednesday Rewind, along with the Reggae Wednesday of this year. So believe me, it's plenty so. And then we have the Reggae Month University, which will be all the educational forum symposia, which will happen primarily with the Signature Groundation on Sundays. The ministry will have 4 symposia on Tuesday. All of this happen at 6 o'clock on all the Tuesdays. And then on Thursday, the ever-popular Jaria Reggae Open University will also happen at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. So you'll see, boy, I could talk for the whole evening as game.
Well, tell us something.
We'll close out the month with another signature one, of course, the Jaria Honor Awards, where Jaria honor industry stalwarts who have made human contribution to the industry over the years. Believe me, it's a whole heap of something going on.
And Mr. Salmon, before you came on, Bones and I, we were talking that having a virtual platform actually introduces you to even a wider audience. So for persons overseas and around the globe, how can they watch these virtual activities? Is there a streaming link? I know you mentioned some television elements earlier.
Link. And once they hashtag Reggae Month TV, they'll be able to see them pop up. But the main one is going to be PBCJ, by the way, has a YouTube page. That's one of them.
Good.
The JCDC Facebook page. they will also access that. But once they download the app, the key to it is the Reggae Jamaica app. Once they are on the app, they will see the downstream link, the streaming link on the app for all the shows. You go to an event, you touch on that link, it will take you to the stream. So the key to it, anywhere in the world you are, just download the Reggae Jamaica app, and you're right there. You're right in front of Reggae Month TV once you download the Reggae Jamaica app.
That sounds good. We wish you all the best with the execution of Reggae Month activities. Mm-hmm. Of course, most of them are being virtually done. So there is. Mm-hmm. How is your planning for the technological side of it? It's all in place.
Oh, we're right up front now. One of our main partners is the Universal Service Fund.
Yes.
Who have come on board to make sure that we have sufficient data capacity, sufficient bandwidth, so without no buffering and all that kind of thing.
Right.
So the pictures are going to be wonderful. The sound is going to be great. So this great partnership with USF has made life so comfortable for us in this virtual space. It's really going to be wonderful.
Lenford Samuels, or Lenford Salmon, rather.
Salmon.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Chairman of the...
Samuels is the star. It's a little fellow.
Yeah, not easy either. Chairman of the Reggae Month Secretariat. Thank you so much for making time to talk to us. And of course,
yes, man.
We wish you all the best with Reggae Month and all the activities. Yes?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Anytime. Just give me a call and I'll be right with you.
Respect. Take care.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
thanks.
All right, so now we gave you some insights as it relates to our Reggae Month activities, and throughout the Buzz Bones, we'll definitely give our listeners more details as it relates to what will transpire in the month of February.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he really has a lot of activities there, so I'm sure that he'll be able to tell us. But of course, the main thing is to download the app. Once you download the app, then you'll have all the information in front of you. So go to the Google store right now and download the Reggae Month app, and you are good to go.
You'll have all these events at your fingertip. And did he mention that they were free?
He did not mention that. So it is free. Free. And of course, you can get it on... I think it's going to be on television every night.
As well. And you can find it on their YouTube channels.
Right. So we're looking forward to that for sure. And so big up the Reggae Month crew. They're getting ready for Reggae Month. What Reggae Month is in a few days from now.
A few days, literally.
Literally. So look out for that.
Now, of course, week after week, we provide a platform for upcoming talent or music artists, as we put it. And this week, our music artist is... Bad Gal Jade.
She bad, you see?
Oh, you know.
Oh, okay. We're not quite ready with Jade yet. I think there's something else that's coming up. Let me look.
But before we go to Bad Gal Jade, we should... I know you said that you're not watching any movies because you've been busy working.
Yes,
So let's just bring Maisha in so she can give us the details. What's happening at the movies, Maisha?
Lights, camera, action. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. You love listening to the radio. I also know that you enjoy screen time, whether it's watching your favorite Netflix series or catching up on one of your favorite local films or plays. So stay tuned for the latest movie news. Jamaicans continue to make big moves, abroad and abroad. We excel on the track, in music, on the big screen, and even behind the scenes. On Monday, Jamaican producer Nadine Rawlings took the spotlight when she became the first person from the island to participate in the Rotterdam Lab training event, which is held to empower the world's most promising emerging producers. Rotterdam Lab is managed by the International Film Festival of Rotterdam, which focuses on independent and experimental filmmaking. During her journey, Miss Rawlings will be learning, sharing, and connecting with producers from 40 countries. The event is being held virtually because of COVID-19 protocols. Commenting on the opportunity, Ms. Rawlings noted that she was pleased to participate in the event. She said even at age 47, after 20 years in the creative industry and numerous rejections, I never gave up and never will. You go, Ms. Rawlings. We wish you all the best. Still on the movie scene, 253 days, 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's just about how much longer movie lovers will have to wait to watch the much anticipated latest film in the James Bond series, No Time to Die. This as the film has been delayed again. The film, which stars Daniel Craig as the stylish spy, was set to open on April 2, but MGM announced on Thursday that it would push the action film to October 8. This is the third time the film has been delayed since the coronavirus pandemic. It was originally set to open in North American theaters on April 10, 2020. But while the film has been delayed, many movies are there to keep you entertained. Here's what's hot this week. At number 5, we have the Netflix series Fate, The Winged Saga. At number 4 this week is the Netflix series Bridgerton. The Netflix series Lupin takes the number 3 spot. At number 2 we have Wonder Woman 1984. And in the number 1 spot this week is The White Tiger, which is streaming on Netflix. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. But if you're venturing out to cinemas to watch these and more, don't forget that safety is important. So here are some safety tips. Always wear a mask and sanitize hands when necessary. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
All right, thank you, Maisha. Can I tell you, Bones, Bridgerton is actually lots of fun. I've watched it, so you need to check it out. Do something and check it out.
What? Which one was that again?
Bridgerton.
Okay, Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Check it out, Bones.
All right. You know, really. Nothing really I'm moving.
You strike me as the type that as the TV turn on, you're out cold.
You mean me what? Leave the TV. Sometimes. Not all the time. All right.
So before we actually went to At the Movies with Maisha, we were talking about our music artists, and week after week we provide a platform on the EBUZZ to showcase new and upcoming talent.
Yes.
And this week our music artist is Bad Gal Jade.
Bad Gal Jade.
You're telling me how.
What, my girl? How you doing?
I'm fine. But they are going to hold it like mullet, you know. What's up?
Hold it like mullet, no, sir? The my new style.
Bad Gal Jade. Well, let's start off with your name, because you know when we talk about Bad Gal and dancehall, the first person that comes to mind is Bad Gal Cecile. How did you end up getting Bad Gal Jade? How did that come about?
We did go one audition at Magnum one long time before we come second in the last one we kicked off.
Yeah.
And somebody there. All right, first off, my name DJ Mary, let me tell you. Yeah, Mother of Christ. So somebody there, one of the workers there said, yo, I did this for him. And I'm saying, Jade. I remember when he gave me that name, he used it like same time. And then, you know, I mean, start stick on, just people start to say, yo, Bad Gal Jade. And I said, all right, then that's my thing, right? That's the Bad Gal Jade. And from there, the name just stick on for me. And that's like a few years back. It's been quite a while now. Been rocking with Bad Gal Jade.
So when you have the name Bad Gal Jade, is the music representative of the name that you're saying? So the music bad too? Is it raunchy? Is it you know?
Name, all right. You see, is it sometimes we tend to judge things and judge people. You know what I mean? We look for the book and say, yo, but they're good enough even that. But they're nice, may I tell you? And you know what I mean? You never really get a chance to read the book, but you say that. All right, me, Bad Gal Jade now, I do sing a lot of songs, and me another type of artist who put all of make them in a one basket. Me not sing just dancehall only, me sing culture, me sing lovers rock, me sing all of them look at stuff too, because, you know what I mean, me sing, depends on, me sing for how me feel, and, you know what I mean, sometimes me sing songs about other people, relationship, or others feel, or just some of them things. But me not stick on one type of music. I just can't do that, because I get a lot of different rhythm, and each rhythm brings out a different side in an artist. Me have one total character, more than that's the one. Each rhythm I go up and brings out a different one.
No, some people say lyrically you're like the female version of Vybz Kartel. How do you feel about lyrically? Those are some huge shoes to fill. How do you feel about that type of comparison?
Well, I feel good, you know what I mean? And I'm actually living up to the expectation. Them give me that button there to carry, and them give me that torch to see. Them give me the torch, the female cartel torch to carry, and I'm carrying that well proud. May I tell you?
Well, that is true. Now, I wanted to find out what made you get into this business. Is it something that
I've always been in music. Let me tell you, but always in this like from the get go.
When was the get go?
Years, like from me a little girl, you know, little girl setting, you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. That's what I.
From me a little girl, I always love music. And then mommy and daddy, them always a place, you know what I mean? The lyrics, them on Sunday, and you know what I mean? Lady Star, and this and that, and you know.
Right. So this is something you always wanted to do.
I always have this thing for music, and the more I grow, the older I get, the more I love it, and it's like I can't separate myself from the music. I don't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? And I grew up when I was 16 now. I still admit, you know what I mean? I do my little things the same way, like a bandwagon them. You know what I mean? Me I run on from show, me I do this, me I do that, and you know, it just locked in, and it's not something that me can just get up one day and say, yo, me not do no more music. Because me don't know if me I go ever can use them word. Me I tell you the truth, because I've been in this for quite a while now, and you know what I mean? I've been to Magnum more than one time, like one heap of time before me even get picked. You know what I mean? Before me get picked for live show, me I got Magnum like a long time from my name, DJ Mary.
You know.
Whoa.
We go final one at a time. So.
Well, if you've been doing it for a minute now, what would you say is the most important lesson the music business has taught you thus far?
That this game is unfair, and female artists don't really get the strength, no matter how talented and how bad them is, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? They just don't get it. And, you know, the business stage, we say, anything you want, you have to go for this, you better work hard. And if a man work 1%, you as a female have to work 1,000% more than him. You understand? Because that's how life is.
Why do you think that is, though?
And do you have any experience you want to share with us?
With that?
You know, I kind of ready to keep my local experience them to myself, you know?
Yeah. All right. We can respect that.
Because I've been through a lot of stuff, but here I am.
Mm-hmm.
What are you promoting now?
I'm currently promoting Pond Side.
Mm-hmm.
Up and over the side.
You know, easy, you know.
Yes, man.
I'm
promoting now, and my official music video for Pond Side dropped like tonight, so I'm super excited.
You know, Jade, in the research, I was listening to some of your material, and you know, you hardcore when you DJ, and then you also have this sing J flair to you as well. Of the two areas, which do you prefer or feel more comfortable doing most or more?
I can't even choose because I love both of them. Me love me have a little time when time I sing, and then me have my time when somebody give me a bad discuss, say, oh, rip up that now. And then rip it up. You understand what I mean? But
yes.
I can't choose between the singing and the DJing because I love both of them. I love it two of them.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jade, in terms of...
If I'm singing a chorus, then, you know, me have to jump in with my little hardcore style.
Right.
And that's, you know what I mean? So it's not like something I can choose, you know?
And we've heard the freestyles that you've been doing. They've been absolutely awesome. In terms of your management, in terms of COVID-19 happening, how have you been dealing with it in terms of no shows and, a lot of things have come to a real standstill with COVID. But you, as a recording artist, how have you been surviving with the pandemic?
All right. For me, it's difficult because we all know things, Mashona and Steve, and that's one of the areas where we as entertainers feed off mostly like shows and stuff, really for other little things.
Right.
But we made like 45 and the place, and my money we use that to take care of my 2 sons, plus we use that to finance my career. So for an artist without a management, me, Gal Jade, currently doing this by myself, trust me, I've done a lot and I reach very far.
Do you want a management though?
I'm currently good with working with myself because a lot of people, a lot of managers reach out to me and, you know what I mean, some of them, most of them is 50-50 and I'm like, but basically done all of the work already. Mm-hmm. So why would I need to sign a contract with you for 50-50 when me done have a Vivo, me have Spotify, me have the whole of them little things that we're artists supposed to have. Me have all of that. You understand what I say?
And you've done that all by yourself? Hello?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah, saying, and you've done all of that by yourself, all the stuff that you...
All of that by myself.
But that is commendable in one breath, but then also in the same breath, sometimes when you want to get to the next level or activate the next level, you need to have like a strong support system, a team, a management team to structure, organize, and put certain things in place.
Well, that's true. And no matter how much we might want to deny it, or say I don't need one, I do need one.
You're going to need management. You will have to be the one to really be picky in terms of who manages you, but you need somebody to set strategy for you. Not just recording, but thinking down the road for you.
Like this, because I don't want to sign somebody where I go just sit down as manager and them not try to say, but they not me, no one sign with nobody like that.
Well, that wouldn't be management. That would be damagement.
Yeah. And I think even not just with you, no Jade, but just in general, when we look at the industry, like the entertainers, you are employing a manager. So you need to have like an outline in terms of what are your requirements, what are your expectations, and set even goals and deadlines to accomplish certain things. But I think a lot of persons just go into these agreements, sign a contract, and
not knowing what it's really about and how it really works.
And a lot of people also have a very casual arrangement where, there's somebody who's helping you, meaning maybe injecting some funds, maybe doing a little one link for you, and they are automatically management. And it's not formalized. And so at any time, that little arrangement can be broken up. So you still need to formalize it, but you have to also there has to be a very good trust factor there. If you're not trusting who you're working with, even if they have the biggest accolades in the world, it don't make any sense if you don't trust them.
Where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years musically, Bad Gal Jade?
In the next 5 years from now, I'm supposed to tour down the world. I'm supposed to want to go and can't go out. I'm playing and I'm live nowhere. That me want to do. That's supposed to be the next step. 5 years from now, I'm supposed to, both local and international. You know what I mean? And back to the management thing now. So met this guy, Brownstone Entertainment. Them, you know what I mean?
Brownstone, yes.
I might stand with him because them seem like them are good people and them are look out for my best interest and them not force no contract on me or force me to sign or anything like that. So me kind of like that, them just go put in some work and then we move forward from there. So. You understand?
Well, I think I just mentioned something like that a while ago in terms of not very formal, but you have to be also making, you take a little vibe and you have to trust. You have to trust them. If you don't trust them, it doesn't make any sense.
I understand? Because nobody really want,
All right, well,
somebody that they don't really trust. So.
I wonder if we have any time can play a Bad Gal Jade.
I do think we have time, but Bad Gal Jade, we wish you all the best on your journey. And, continue to do it. You seem like, you're a go-getter. You know what you want. Your head on your body. And just keep pushing and going and stay focused.
And I think I want to big up, I think it is Emmanuel Stain. Him introduced me to you in a Bad Gal Jade.
That might see him come from, man.
Yeah, man. Years ago. Big up, Emmanuel. Bless up yourself. All right, so we're going to leave Bad Gal Jade's interview with a song from Bad Gal Jade. We wish you all the best in your career, Bad Gal Jade, and keep it up and keep it running, all right?
All right, blessings.
Yeah, man, blessings. Here we go.
For the ride, yeah. I call her phone and she not pick up. Say, him a call my phone, him say me not pick up and him still a call me. Jesus Christ, man. You dip on the side, you would understand the dealings. You come a chat about your pain and your feelings. You is at all again, spending small figures. Yeah, but me husband are rich and hugging. Can't take me out for no date, you can't take me out for no dinner. Know yourself, come him on the top. Better than Miller and him and no Benzema. And him will force me fin yam your little dinner. Me never promise you a lifetime. My youth, me never promise you. I just know you can't find time. Me never promise Band aside, band aside. Me never promise for the right, yeah.
Call her phone and she not pick up.
You say all him a call my phone, him say me not pick up on him. Still a call. Jesus Christ, man. You dip on the side, you would understand the dealings. What the fuck you mean you open your feelings? You is a tall nigga, spending small figures. Yeah, but me husband a rich a nigga. Can't take me out on the date, you can't take me out for no dinner. Know yourself, come him on the top killer. Better than Tesha Miller and him a no Benzema. And him will force me fin yam your little dinner. Me never promise you a lifetime. My youth, me never promise you. I just know you can't find time. Me never promise you a lifetime. My youth, me never promise you. So come back to your right mind. On the side, if I know the style, sex without ties, yeah. Why you give me a vibe, yeah. On the side, if I know the style, sex without ties, yeah. You give me.
Easy.
And that's our music artist. Now, we have not spoken with our next guest in a minute. So we're looking forward to having this conversation with Rygin King. We know that, COVID has put a damper on a lot of things.
And before
how is he coping and also recuperating since that crazy incident? So this would be our first conversation. Last time we had him in studio.
Yeah, and it was a good vibe here. But
it was a good vibe, yeah.
But you know what it is? Just like we had Bad Gal Jade, we're talking about the whole correlation of, fashion and how fashion incorporates.
And seeing her walk away just now.
You see that they walk there?
The hairdo and all sorts of things.
So we're going to go to our feature called Fashion Forward. What's popping?
With Shamara Preston
and DJ Lollipop.
Of course, DJ Lollipop.
Here we go.
Catch your own side. Good thing, yeah.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion.
This week, we're focusing on your eyebrows. There are so many eyebrow trends, tricks, and hacks that we just had to share them with you. Your eyebrows are your best facial asset. Just a quick brush and they are ready. However, if you are like me and your eyebrows just grow, then come, let's have a conversation. You can shape your eyebrows with a wax, you can thread or shave or pluck. You can tint, highlight, shadow, gel, powder, or even take a drastic step of getting a tattoo in the area where your eyebrows grow. Remember, don't be afraid to play around with a few products. There's no right or wrong. So just focus on finding the best product for you. Because of the many eyebrow techniques and options available, we sought expert advice from a reputable aesthetician, Melisha James, owner and operator of Mel's Day Spa, just to tell us how we can achieve the perfect brows. First, she tells us how can women achieve the perfect brows.
Perfect eyebrows begin with the shape of a person's face. I always tell clients stay clear of thin and short shaped brows. For example, women with a hard shaped face should get a low arch and rounded shape. When a woman gets her eyebrows shaped and it matches the shape of her face, that is when you see the true perfection of that shape.
Melisha also shares with us do's and don'ts when it comes to eyebrows.
2 do's and don'ts when it comes to eyebrows. Do invest in a professional when getting your eyebrows done. Do feel free to use eyebrows fillers, eyebrow pencils, eyebrow gels to keep your eyebrows in and get that perfect look. Don't try doing your eyebrows at home, especially last minute. Don't use a magnifying mirror when tweezing your eyebrows or you'll overdo it.
Finally, she tells us how the regular woman can achieve nice brows without using makeup or enhancers.
Regular women can achieve nice eyebrows simply by just getting brows waxed, shaved or thread. Just by having that clean look, there wouldn't be a need for makeup or enhancement.
There you have it. And remember, as you remain remain trendy, less is more. Be comfortable with whatever styles or shape you choose to have your brows in. If you are not comfortable with shaping, just brush and go.
As for the men, you know, you just keep your eyebrow neat and groomed. Whether you want to give it a slightly shave and a little one part. Me personally, I like to put a one part in my eyebrow. Someone do multiple parts. Whatever works for you, you know. But man, are really too fussy about them thing there. So we just keep it simple with the eyebrow. Them. Yeah, you see.
Remember to keep it locked to this space for more fashionable updates. For Fashion Forward, I'm Shamara alongside
DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
All right, so that was Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop. And
Let me see your brows, Bones. How do you cure them?
My brows are so sexy, they don't need nothing. they just stay in place. They don't got to do nothing. But, you know, but some people, if you feel that way, we just rub them 1 or 2 times. But no, sir, no.
Yeah. That's it. That's about all the grooming they get.
You know, I see some brethren who eyebrow neater than some woman own, which not supposed to be so right.
Yeah.
Sharp and all, lining up and all that. No, sir. You got to have that little scruff. You know, that's me anyway.
A little gruff.
A little scruff up there. You can't just be so too neat, so. But hey.
All right.
But you know, the lines have been blowing up because the lines have been blowing up because, or on the internet have been blowing up because really a lot of Rygin King's fans want to hear from him. And, of course, just to find out what he's been doing, what he's been up to.
How he's recuperating.
And how he's feeling and all of these things. So we welcome to the buzz Rygin King. Rygin, yada, where I say?
There that place, man.
Where I say, brethren, you good?
Rygin, oh my gosh, it's so great to hear your voice.
A long time when I hear you, brethren. You good to go?
There, bones, man. There, Keshima, you know.
It's really good to hear you.
Yeah, mad. But you know.
Yeah.
Well, where do we start? I mean, we haven't had a conversation with you in a minute, you know, since this whole incident, but we understand that you're recuperating. So talk to us about your recovery. How are you feeling? Are we see the songs them coming out, so we know you're releasing music, but just so your fans can know that you're really good. How are you coping?
I don't know. Mentally, you know, I heal.
Yes. Right.
And you know, but still at the music right now. I'm working for my album at this moment, so I don't know. We have a story to forward by March latest, June. But you know, we have a story to tell out of everything, and I don't know. Just want the people to look forward to the album, and me still continue to drop singles, so new music are forward at all times. There's work I put in, you know, I'm not gone now. They have to do it all.
Well, you know, it's so good. It's so good to hear that you're working, Rygin. Because we see on social media that you were back in the studio I think it's a couple of weeks or some months ago. With the album that you're working on, can you give us a little bit more details about it in terms of how many tracks you have, any collaborations, anything like that? How far are you with the album so far?
And even that title.
The album due, you know, but I guess I just the time I know, though.
Yeah, good timing now.
Yeah, man, a good timing, and I have a couple of collabs I got up on it that way, and you know, I think more than 12 tracks may I deliver. So I don't know, and we have some great collabs out up on it still, isn't it? So I don't really want to discuss, but I don't know some great collabs I got up on it.
All right, so you don't want to tell us who? Not even one of the collaborations.
But I don't know what we say. Sean Paul I got up on it.
Nice.
Mad. Nice.
Spiced up on it. No, man, you're going good already, brethren.
No, Rygin, we see you drop some singles. I mean, we see Cheddar, Glue, and Mission are some of the latest releases. Can you talk to us about Mission? Like, how did that come about and the whole storyline?
Yeah, well, I think I just the mission, you know. I'm on a mission, you know, so I saw the storyline forward because, you know, the mission never stopped, you know, all of them.
If you can, what's the mission?
Well, the mission is to make the people them know Rygin King, not just as an artist, but can relate to him songs them and know say I'm daily living. You understand? Mission to engage with a bigger variety of people. You understand? People from all over the world. Wow, music here reach. You understand? So the mission is the mission, and I'm born to do it. So you understand? Am I a legacy? So you don't know. Go sing about the mission like I'm sing about the legacy.
But Rygin King, you've been through a bit in terms of, you've been injured and so on. There's also a second problem now, which is this big corona virus. How have you been managing with corona and, getting your work done? How have you been managing in terms of no shows and so on?
Well, you don't know. Before me even get shot or been injured or anything like that, it teach me a lot still, to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I get to sit down and analyze and, realize too. Because guess what? It's like you being up and down all the time shows, from plane to plane,
Yeah.
And it's like the more, get the time to sit down and make certain things. But we get time to sit down and make certain things despite of war going. We know, say, people are dying and them something, but, just feel like more while some things happen for a reason, and we are me have to think from a different angle right now.
Yeah.
You understand? Approaching different angle right now, said we too. Isn't it? So it affect, but they affect them not so big to me. It affect dancehall in general, like people go on go to road to promote song and go on
I make you feel like man stay so brother.
Isn't it? But different from that.
Man not treat just somebody in that.
Yes. Yeah, continue Rygin. I think that was being played not intentionally. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, we understand why it forward come do, and we are learn from it steady way too. So, the advantage and disadvantage, so,
Well, it's good that you're
different.
Yes.
A different aspect to all of that, Rygin. Like you spoke about how you are doing things differently, but COVID also put forward the virtual way of life, where we see even music, people are enjoying music in the virtual space. Has all of this changed the way how you create music? Because, there aren't any tours, there aren't any live stage shows, but just to utilize the virtual platform. Has that really changed how you produce music?
Yes. That's the number one thing it does. It make you sit down and realize that, all right, well, your music still fair promote because you have radio play, you have Spotify, you have Apple Music, all type of platforms where music stream through and play daily through. So you have to keep yourself relevant on all of these platforms, not just to say, pump one stage show, I keep on this one, you're going to mash up the place tonight. Now is the time where you get to realize that yes, music spread by the internet. Now is the time where you look and say, all right, well, we have to do this at groundwork. If this never be done, we have to go get it done right now. And
I totally agree with you, Rygin, because one of the things that's most important now in terms of the challenges of this pandemic, a lot of artists haven't gotten their paperwork together properly in terms of publishings and royalties and things like that. And there is no shows, because a lot of the times the shows are normally the mainstay for the money. The raw cash or the bulk of money normally comes in from performances. A young artist coming up right now, how would you advise them? What would you tell them now, especially in a pandemic time like now, how to keep their business going? What would you advise them?
You said it to yourself. A lot of these artists aren't registered or properly managed, and I have to give thanks to members of my team and being advised or being what do you say? We get some education about the process from day one, so we know we did say register with jams or JCAP or we did have BMI, all of these things, and keeping yourself relevant in the business is very important. Likewise, the paperwork. So if you keep yourself relevant right now and you have no paperwork, you can't benefit the youth. Them not go eat. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, like I say, the stage show you depend on. And my advice to the youth them who are forward in their business is to just wise up before you forward in this business because it will eat you up, man, and spit you out right away, you know.
So true.
Like, yeah, man.
You know, Rygin, looking at your journey, how you started, what you have accomplished, what you have gone through, and where you are now. What are some of the life lessons that you have learned along the way that has made you a wiser entertainer?
Well, a lot, you know. So much I don't even know what to start. A lot. You know, we have learned, me in general, I have learned a lot, well, good and bad. And I know say, once you have life, you will overcome, you know, because me can say me learn it the hard way in a lot of ways.
Yes.
You know? And God have a purpose for me to being here and to be able to talk to, you know, personals like you and, you know, be able to reach out to other people where, you know say, oh, I'm there and my youth them get to see me and all of these things, you know, just to be able to be here. Just make me know say, yes, well, God have a plan for me and I learn so in life. But
it has definitely put things in perspective for you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Rygin, what are you working on now currently in terms of music and or any other projects that you may be doing right now?
Well, really, I'm an album I work on right now.
So just that alone?
Yeah, because I've been, I get shot about 6 months and
yes.
ago.
Couple
months, well, still. So,
okay.
you know, I get this from hospital like September. Yeah, so, from that, I just did a recoup and then I just get the strength to can voice. And now I just work on the album straight because I really want to tell a story. This is something important to me, see.
It's very. We're glad you're talking to us now because, you know, we're doing this via Zoom and we are watching the comments coming up, and from very early, people kept asking. They want to hear them.
Where
DJ,
is Rygin?
Where is the king? How him doing?
Yeah.
So you know, this is good that we were able to have you on the platform so that your fans could hear you and know that you're recouping well and you're back in the studio and you're making music. So it's a good thing.
All of the fans and we are listening, man. Everybody, island wide, you know, worldwide. You know, a lot of people did that pray for me.
Yes.
Still pray for me, and I just want to say, oh, give thanks to the way.
Yeah.
You know, because people them did that pray for me and say, oh, make it try again, come show and everything. Then waking up to everything and realize that this really happened for real, and you know, sometimes it just make me just know, say, all right, well, I have to push, I have to move on, I have to, you know, forgive myself, I have to stop sorry for myself also.
Right.
Yeah, people out there want to hear me, like, people them out there, them really ask, yo, what the king, what I go on to the king with the music, but we not see him, what I go on.
Seen.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean?
And I want to touch back on your album a little, Rygin. You said that the album basically will talk about your experience, what you have gone through. So can we then expect what sort of vibe? How would you describe it? Would it be more dancehall, or are we more seeing, you know, getting that Sing J type of vibe, more soulful? How would you describe it?
Well, you know, a mix of everything still, because you know, Rygin King as a young youth, me sing all type of songs, you see me? It's a versatile youth that I want to write it, so I really sing about my experiences daily, what me go through with the accident also,
yes.
You know,
yes.
Sing about the things that I miss, the things that I love, and you see me, I sing about some bridge that I have to burn right now, and you know, I sing about say, oh, all right, I better me want to get for me and my family, and you know, more like come out a certain mindset, because more while you're there in a certain environment, the mindset just make you feel like say, yo, you're there in the same mindset or mentality when you don't know the world is not a box, it's bigger than that, it's round. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So all of these things I put in a one, and you know, march out with it said way. You know, I sing for the girl them said way. Everybody can go relate when me done them. I go say, oh, but Rygin, you know, say that album is really tough though. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tough indeed.
Tough indeed.
You know, Rygin, really, really happy that you're able to talk to us and you're able to, you know, let your fans and the world know that you are okay. You're sounding very grounded, more mature in your reasoning. Do you believe that this situation or that you have gone through, that it has sort of changed who you are as a person or allowed you to do some introspection per se?
Well, I'd say yes. I'm not changed. I'm still the same person, but not just even the incident from
per se.
This whole pandemic thing forward is like we start to see certain things different, you know. So we start look one thing different, you know. We start. Say, all right, it's a different anger. You know, we have to approach the thing from my perspective of myself, yes, you know, me kind of develop more knowledge, you know, more skeptic too, you know, more
cautious.
More part all these things.
I agree with you. And, you know, one of the things that, even in your tone, your tone is different from when the last time we had a conversation, because you really do sound more grounded. You sound a lot more mature. You also sound very focused on what you want to do and what you want to get done. And there's a feeling that you're not going to stop until you get it done. So there is definitely a change, and sometimes circumstances happen for you to just adjust and grow. And I think that's what has been happening with you. And we just want to big you up because you're here, your fans hearing you. And of course, we are happy to have you because this is the first time we've had a conversation with you.
Up. It's
since
good,
your accident.
man.
So we're glad to have you, and your fans are happy to have you. I think we give them a little Rygin thing tune. I want to hear a Rygin thing.
You want to hear a Rygin mix? All right, I could do it now. I could get him a Rygin King mix.
Yes, a Rygin King. Yeah.
The music industry is reeling this evening from news that popular dancehall entertainer Reggae King has been shot.
Yeah. Just I go and give thanks to them, I know what I think, isn't it? Yeah. Let me listen to read on that music. I can't fight us, brother. We're not just stars, I just tell them some seeing the signs. Believe I'm learning this life, I cry. The table still a turn, so watch your guideline. Go tell them, say we not dead for now, cause we not ready for that.
The music industry is reeling this evening from news that popular dancehall entertainer Reggae King has been shot.
But I'm getting there, I'm on a mission. The vision is clear when them I wish that. Just I go and give thanks to them, I know what I think, isn't it? Things are not the same, me get a big chance. I'm not gonna read on that music. Them can't fight us, brother. We're not just stars, I just tell them some seeing the signs. Believe I'm learning this life, I cry. The table still a turn, so watch your guideline. Go tell them, say we not dead for now, cause we not ready for that. Me left hand on the steering and me ring them a shine. Me roll out to the team and every girl I say I know me not rich yet, but I'm getting there, I'm on a mission. The vision is clear when them a wish that. All them a stars, every day when I touch the road. Me see things change, things are not the same, me get a big check. And set up the hand, start invest. I'm growing in jazz, now my family living good. Aye, let's look at what we doing and places we've been. We're brave and determined, we're destined for this. We put my all in our music, some songs them big. Just I'm prepared for the well, because I know I'm more rich. Separate the facts, my real friends on me. Them say I'm gonna be great and make this story. And say them glad for they have to tell this story. And tell my baby mother them say don't want me on there. And I'll go way much longer. Things are gonna get better. They don't hold down that pressure. All now I'm in a rich yet, but I'm getting there, I'm on a mission. The vision is clear when them I wish there. Hard on my steps every day when me touch your road. Things change, things are not the same. Me get a big check and set up the end. Me start invest. I'm growing in cash. Now my family living good. Me did I tell you about patience? Alright, oh you not here, oh you not learn. Who boss up now? Look who I make the others. Me getting bigger every day, but I'm not taller. Them try to drill the energy, tell them it not work. Make them see real artists and I know artwork. Me build my own style in a dancehall on my genre. Now my style in every street and every corner. That's how I feel on that yeah, you know. Could do it in my prima. My style. I know I'm not rich yet, but I'm getting there, I'm on a mission. The vision is clear when I'm a wish bad. All of my steps every day when we touch you road. Things change, things are not the same. Me get a big check and set up the end, start invest. I'm growing in chest, no more living good. Yeah. Tell them something to say.
Tell them I'm moving proper. I want king and them, you know what that I mean. A lot of them try to gain me energy. Yeah, them feel man I fool you. Me sit down and I breathe the strategy. Me have to prove some worthy. No matter what them approve, no matter me. If me wrong, me hold my composure. If they fight, me fight back as a soldier. After all, me know what me stand for. I'm a goal, me I go after. More than teach me learn. More than teach me learn. Daddy tell me, say son, one thing in a life, make sure say your bridge is not burn. Say the race is not for the sweet, but I want to enjoy when the table turn. And them kind of things that she want me to talk. And we go down in her head like I am your word. But yet me love her, can't bust my gun. Stop up your body, beg and tell her go on the ground. Quarantine, push them, me say the boss is bad at cover. We never forget the border. The one bed with four of them things that made me sing song. Hard life too cold, daddy. Me tell you the patience in life made me stronger. He made me grow with a heart. Remember me grow. Hey, remember me grow. And I will never
just to catch what the vibe is. You know what I mean? One night coming up. Yeah, I'm premium.
Never forget how me grow. From box to come on, God no poor like it Bible.
Kai, I got some people stay so in your church. Hey, what you know? Bad mind they you know. Them a free me out. Let's go up the bomb of 15 so we see them fall. Not that check me and the cash come and I drop the car. Kai, I want the remedy for that yard. Them only come around and things are gone. And all the thing them contribute to love chance. We don't have no time for waste man. Tell them go with them corruption. I mean I go prefer do it all. I love the belly or we dead around. I go and stay tuned to see the next episode. You see them a pro but me not trying to clown. How we a come from look where we done now. You stick with the bloods them we never sell out. Them see we a snare a big murder. The compass is just the way to overload. I feel the pressure now smoke it up.
For your fans around the world who are listening and they just heard you, what advice or words of inspiration would you give to them, and just Jamaicans in general? Enough things are going on yard.
Boy, I didn't even know what to start. The book long, list long.
Same.
But just protect on yourself, isn't it? Because no matter how good you be in a life, you know, maybe the man from another end now makes that, isn't it? So no matter what you do in a life, just always know say protection is first, you know. Health come first that way. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Love yourself that way, you know. Take care of yourself, you know.
Reggae King, I must tell you, great having you. Great knowing that you're good. Great for your fans to know that you're good. And we're looking out for the album coming soon.
Yes.
Only want to wish you all the best. And of course, when this COVID situation is behind us, we're looking forward to seeing you gracing the stage again. The king, the Rygin King, once again.
Remind us again before you leave, Rygin, the title of your album, how many tracks, and your potential release date.
Well, I haven't named the album as yet still.
Okay.
So, yeah, what to name it. But yeah, I'm saying me I like more than 12 tracks, and me just know so the album I go great, you know, because I have a story to tell that everybody go look for it.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm ready. I'm ready to hear this album. And like Bone said, just to echo it, really great to hear from you and glad that you're okay. Glad that you're recovering well and working on the album, and can't wait to really hear your story and hear you put it out there in your creative way as you normally do. Big up.
Big up.
And big up everybody said we will check in.
Big up yourself, Rygin. Represent Mobile same way youth. You know it go.
Yeah, man, we represent the whole Jamaica, man.
Love that. Real way. All right, Rygin. Bless up and stay safe. You hear, brother?
Yeah, man. Big up all the EBUZZ, man. All RFM, man. I want King, man. We there, though.
Yeah, man. See?
Mad.
Big up.
Really awesome.
Rygin King. Big up.
So that's the Rygin King right there. You heard One King, all right, recovery mode, and the album coming out soon, 12 tracks, untitled, but just listen out and it will capture his story and his experience. Looking forward to that, because all in all, Bones, you know that sometimes the greatest songs are songs that a lot of people can relate to. The greatest songs are songs that carry the emotion and carry the energy and also have that kind of spirit. So really looking forward to Rygin King's new album and his new material.
Yeah, definitely doing that. And of course, a lot of times the songs that really come out with a real hit sometimes is really what happens to the person. And when they echo what they're feeling and what the experience was, it really comes across in the music and people feel it. So let us hear the story. We're looking forward to the story that Rygin King has to tell, and we're looking forward to that album coming out very soon. Just
and big
like
up
that.
to his team for, agreeing also to this interview, bringing him on this platform. I think this is perhaps his first platform to speak out after the incident, and just to let fans know, because a lot of people didn't know, and you're hearing that he's recuperating, he's not recuperating. So now you know for sure he's recuperating, he's doing music, and we wish him all the best and continue to send up your good prayers for him. And
well, yeah, he's doing well. We have a few minutes, about 10 minutes to go. Maybe we can take a call or two.
I think before the call, let's find out about our IRFM Dancehall Top 10 chart. You don't want to know the song then within the top 10?
Yeah, Me Night, the song thing done. All right,
so we could find out. So we have Courtney Mac and DJ Brian.
Yeah.
This is the Guinness Dancehall Top 10.
I wonder is who really run dancehall.
Who really have the number one song? All the youths them want to know.
Who run dancehall?
Do you really want to know?
All right, so we're going to recap the charts for this week. Of course, coming in at number 10 for this week, it's Hot by Skilly Bang, brand new on the chart.
Number 9 was Squash featuring Vybz Kartel and Chronicler, Money We Love.
Number 8 was Moonwalk, Vybz Kartel featuring Squash.
Number 7 was Chanel Muir, Pain.
And of course, number 6 was Popcorn Massacre, Tommy Lee, Under Dirt. Number 5 was Taurus Riley featuring Shensia, Lighter. Or number 4?
Number 4 was Ding Dong, Stray.
And number 3 was Call Me If by Dexter Daps.
Number 2 was Skilly Bang.
So Skilly Bang, number 2. Of course, you don't know. Once again, we ask you at the beginning of the show to tell us the number 1 song for this week. If it is that you were the first person to tell us, you'd have won yourself a gift basket, all courtesy of Guinness. I must make mention that the winner for this afternoon, or going into afternoon time, Anthony Armstrong of Port Maria. He's the winner of a gift basket, all courtesy of Guinness. He was the first person to call us to tell us which song is the number 1 song. And you really want to know which song is the number 1 song?
Ready?
Are you ready for the number 1 song for this week on the Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown?
All the way out of Portmore, St. Catherine.
The song is called I Wish Massacre. Number 1. Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
Wish you forgive me for living like this. Wish you forgive me for living like this. Yeah, I wish. Reach for the stars, if I miss me catch you close. Mommy said the money.
Yeah.
Big song or big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart. Dancehall can't start. Dancehall, I mean everything.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much,
dance.
Courtney Mac and DJ Brian. I wish a big song. Talk short.
Yeah, man. Chart recap. Of course, that was the IRFM Dancehall chart recap right there. Well, we time cut down now, so it's only about 5 hours or so minutes we have left.
Well, we have 8 minutes. Well, 7 minutes.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Information just in.
Yeah.
So we understand that Stoneboy and Jacure are in the studio. So as we speak, so, maybe they're cooking up some new music there.
I had a chance to link with, not directly, but, by message with Stoneboy. So he's here. He's getting ready to do some big things. And, of course, just enjoy what's happening here. But he's a regular to Jamaica, so.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that track, Stoneboy and Jacure.
Stoneboy is a wicked artist, I tell you.
Yeah.
And Jacure, of course, with the voice. So we're looking forward, yeah? Definitely.
All right, so you did say let's open the phone lines, give our listeners an opportunity to interact. We haven't chatted with them in a minute, so the numbers to call are 974-5051.
974-5043.
Or 974-5079.
618-0352.
Right, so taking your questions, comments, big ups, what's been going on with you? How are you coping 2021? COVID is still an issue. What's happening in your neck of the woods? I mean, how are you even operating? So let's find that out.
Yes, so if you have a call online, we'll see if not, we're going to be getting ready to leave. But of course, call us. Tell us what's happening, where you at. We have a caller.
Right. Buzz through, caller, you live.
Buzz through, you're live.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yo, Wagwan, good night.
Where are some boss?
Big up on yourself, man.
Big up on yourself. Where you calling from, brother?
Right out of Brownstone.
Yes, I am.
Up to Brownstone Massive.
We want to large up the Brownstone Massive all the time. How you doing? What's happening especially with COVID? We still have to keep asking because it's still a keep,
man, it's still a go and see me right now. Brownstone, I want them long time, and see 1 and 2 the case about the place and things. See me, I'm still tell me matter, I'm still
yes.
Me sanitizer, I'm still now overload the taxi, see me, I just do what is right. But Brownstone people, them fit take heed, cause what they are tough time come give you a warning, so 2 weeks, them will give you a watch,
Right.
Brownstone people, them I want them long time, and them not take heed, But me see a little difference now since the thing, see a little difference. More people are wearing masks and 1 and 2 masks start sell back, me sell masks and them things I see me,
I hear somebody in the background like myself mask too.
I'm a little baby one say, alright, that's it, I quick. Alright.
Hi.
Hi.
Big up my teacher.
All right, so
big up my teacher.
Big up your people, them. Love that.
So how are you coping with with homeschooling now, Carla?
Boy,
you get used to it now.
We have to do what we have to do now, because we have to get this fitness Medicare to see them. So we alone can do it. We have somebody who we link and make them deal with it, you see me? You don't know, sir.
Yeah.
The kids them come first and them are the future,
Anybody?
So we have to grow them are different from the leaders them are in the house right now.
Right.
So we have to just try to get them on the right track. You see what I'm saying?
Anybody you want to big up before you go?
Yeah, man. I want to big up my family. The Moody them and the James them, and big up my father, Jeffrey, Rochelle, baby princess, Lexi, I don't know, the whole Brownstone Massive, Bus Park, the Market, Top Road, I don't know, Fire Stick, them Study, Nappy, Hudson, whole work, formula, them around Tansy Corner, the whole Orange, the whole Mirror Boxing, Milk Boxing, Lower Boxing, CMS, Church Town, hardly them over there, so CMS, big up all of them.
All of them? Well, I think that's where
I think we've lost him.
I think we lost the connection there.
Credit.
Well,
we have some 2 minutes remaining, and I think that is just enough time for us to
close out.
Say a special thank you to Lenford, Salmon, chairman of Reggae Month Secretariat, who gave us the 411 as it relates to upcoming Reggae Month activities slated to take place for the month of February. Also want to say a big thank you to Rygin King
Big up Rygin
for
King.
taking time came out to, have that chat with us and let us know what's been going on. New album coming out and he's recuperating. He sounds well grounded, mature, positive, and solid.
I want to say thanks to Bad Gal Jade for coming in. And of course, she was our music artist this week. We also want to thank everyone who made the EBUZZ possible, the team that's here. So I want to say thanks once again to Sandrika.
Our producer, Sandrika Masters. Thank you so much, Sandrika.
And of course, I want to say thanks to our technical operator, DJ Lollipop, and of course, Nicholas Francis, our in-studio engineer and social media specialist, Peter Brodber.
I also want to say thank you to Maisha Brody for at the movies, Tristan Wilson and Shanice Williams for our social media highs and lows, fashion forward with, of course, Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop, and big up to Courtney Mack and DJ Brian for the recap of the IRFM's Dancehall Top 10.
Well, I think that's pretty much the time that we have here today. So on behalf of the entire team, join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I am Kishima Francis. Mutabaruka is up next with The Cutting Edge.
We're out.
While driving through Jamaica, there's only one radio station I listen to.